Sergei Bubka is the world's greatest pole vaulter of all time. There's a famous quote he said, "I love the pole vault because it's a professor's sport. One must not only run and jump, one must also think. You must think about which pole to use, which height to jump at, and which technique to take upon." I love it because the results are immediate, and the strongest is the winner. Everyone knows it, and in everyday life, that is difficult to prove. Sergei Bubka is the world's greatest because he is confident, he is successful, and he is talented. It brings me to my first point. Sergei Bubka is confident. Confidence is a remedy, and it comes from a combination of courage, tolerance, and attitude. Sergei Bubka was able to accomplish this, and that made him the world's greatest. It is very nerve-wracking running down the runway, staring at the crossbar. But that wasn't the issue for Sergei. He would hoist his pole up, run down the runway like a crazy man, and accomplish his vault. It brings me to my second point. Sergei Bubka is extremely successful at what he's good at. Sergei Bubka jumped higher than any man in the world. Until this day, he still is the best man in the world. He holds a record today at 20 feet and 2 inches. He holds 35 world records, each beating his own previous mark. He holds 18 indoor records and 17 outdoor records. Just imagine you beating yourself 35 times. He had no competition. That was amazing, just him beating himself 35 times. And that brings me to my third point. He's extremely talented, very talented. Just imagine a 5'9" pole vaulter. He's the fastest, not only is he the fastest man, almost one of the fastest men in the world, he's not the fastest, but he is one of the fastest pole vaulters ever to exist. He's also the highest jumper there ever was. Just imagine a 5'9" vaulter running down the runway and jumping 20 feet in the air. No one has ever accomplished this again since he cleared it in '96. It's over a decade. It's a long time. It seems nearly impossible, but he was able to do this. With his combined speed and his strength, he was able to have the power to hoist himself up in the air 20 feet. It's quite amazing. No one has ever cleared 6 meters as many times as he has combined in the world, which is 19 feet. So he's cleared 19 feet more than anybody in the world combined. There's an amazing song by R. Kelly. If anybody asks you who I am, just stand up tall, look them in the face and say, "I'm that star up in the sky. I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit of hope. When my back's against the ropes, I can feel it. I'm the world's greatest." Sergei Bubka is the world's greatest because he is confident at what he's good. He's confident, and it makes him good, and that makes him successful. Because he is successful, he's so talented. Sergei Bubka will always be the #1 pole vaulter in the world until somebody breaks his record. It's been over a decade since anyone broke his record, so maybe that'll be this Olympics, the 2012 Olympics. Do you think it's possible? Do you think he will cease to be the world's greatest pole vaulter? I don't think so. Because Sergei Bubka is the world's greatest and will continue to be the world's greatest pole vaulter of all time.